Hi everyone, my name is Willow Rose Moondancer. I make videos here on YouTube about Wicca, and I also have a blog called wiccansaren'twicked.com. Today I want to talk to you about the next Sabbath that we are going to be going through within a day, I believe. This should be going up on the 20th, I believe. So we need to talk about Midsummer. Midsummer has multiple names. You can call it Midsummer, obviously. You can call it Litha, as well as just calling it the summer solstice. It is on June 21st, and it's the opposite of Yule. So Yule is the shortest day of the year. It's the winter solstice, and Midsummer is the longest day of the year. During this time, the sun god is at his peak, and he's at the strongest that he's going to be this year. And the goddess at this point is very pregnant, and you can see that as our fields and gardens are all growing their crops and they're flourishing. However, even though this is a really exciting and happy day to celebrate, it also has a little bit of a bittersweet moment, as from now on after this day, the sun god is only going to be getting weaker and weaker until he passes away on Samhain. However, we need to talk about how we can celebrate this day, because despite its bittersweetness, it's a really fun and exciting day. So, some ways that you can celebrate this Sabbath is to have a bonfire. Anything really to do with the element of fire is great for the Sabbath, as the summer is hot and so is fire. If you want to leave an offering in a body of water, whether it be a river, a lake, the ocean, a puddle even, it's really encouraged to do that to encourage the water supply to our thirsty crops, to make sure that we get enough rain throughout the summer to keep all of our crops and all of our plants and whatnot healthy. You can also wake up early that morning, tomorrow morning, and you can watch the sunrise, and then you can also stay up and watch the sunset. Another option is you can charge your crystals in the sunlight, whether that means you have your crystals outside during the day and it absorbs the light that way, or if for whatever reason you cannot put your crystals outside or you're not comfortable with it, you can put them in your windowsill where the sun will be hitting them, and they can charge that way as well. Another thing you can do is you can create a magic wand. Wands are considered to be a phallic symbol, so it's really great to celebrate on, or it's really great to create it on a Sabbath. You can leap over a bonfire. It is a very old tradition to do so. Another thing you can do is you can make and wear a crown of flowers. It is supposed to promote luck and health in the rest of the year to come. Another really fun thing that you can do is try to see the Fae, especially around your garden. They're thought to be more common around this time. And another thing you can do is you can dedicate yourself to either the god or the goddess, or both, or if you've already done so, you can renew your vows to them. And as always, you can do a ritual to worship and celebrate the gods and goddesses related to Midsummer. You can go on a nature walk to see what nature is doing during this time of year. You can eat food that is in season for summer, and you can also do divination or magic for healing, growth, empowerment, and love. And the last thing we're going to talk about in this video is the various deities that you could be worshiping during this time. I have a really big list, so we should get started. As for the gods, you can worship any father gods or sun deities. Some examples of this would be Apollo, who's Greek, Dagda, who is Irish, Once again, as I always say, if I say any of these gods or goddesses incorrectly, I apologize. I'm not trying to offend. It's just if I'm not familiar with this pantheon, I'm probably not familiar with all your pronunciations. So bear with me. I try my best. There's Gwydion, who is Welsh. There's Helios, which is Greek. Lug, which is Celtic. The Holly Oak King, who's Celtic. There's Ra, who's Egyptian. There's Sol, who is Roman. There's Zeus, who's Greek. There's Prometheus, who is Greek. There's Ares, who is also Greek. There is a father-son. And then there's Thor, who's Norse. Something to keep in mind before I get into the goddesses is, since I am someone who celebrates the Greek pantheon, I do have a bias towards Greek deities just because I am more familiar with them, and I understand them more. So I apologize if you feel a little bit left out if I have failed to mention your pantheon. As for goddesses, you have any mother goddesses. Some examples would be Aphrodite, who is Greek, Astarte, who is Greek as well, Freya, who is Norse, Hathor, who is Egyptian, Ishtar, who is Sumerian, Venus, who is Roman, Demeter, who is Greek, Athena, who is Greek, Danu, who is Celtic, Artemis, who is Greek, Kali, who is Hindu, Isis, who is Greek, Juno, who is Roman, Mother Earth as a whole, and who Mother Earth is probably dependent on your pantheon, but for me, she's Gaia, and she's Greek. And one more thing is, during this time, it's also good to worship the Fae. They're really prominent during this time, so it would be really good to include them in your rituals or whatever you do to celebrate the holiday. However, that is all I have for today's video. Make sure you check out my blog, wiccansaren'twicked.com. I make posts 2 times a week, one on Wednesday and one on Friday, and make sure you follow me here because I make videos every Monday and Thursday. And until next time, blessed be.